Welcome back to Magic Tarot Cards. It's Jasmine. I have 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 card spread here for you. This is going to be again about Brian Laundrie. This is part 2. This is his current energy now that so much has happened. His whereabouts. What's the final outcome? What is he thinking? Just things like that. I've pre-shuffled. I meditated a lot. I've already pre-shuffled, asked the questions, so here we are. Y'all, sometimes I shuffle on the camera, sometimes I don't. It just depends on how the spirit moves me, what I feel like doing, and so on and so forth. I know there's been a few people that say, how come I don't shuffle on camera? I do. And then some say, how come you don't do a spread? Well, I do that too. I just do it different every time. All right. So, don't forget this video is not made for kids. If you're under the age of 18, please click off now. The channel is my brand. Do not attempt to copy it or use any clips of it for your revenue because you will be punished, okay? You do not have permission to do that. It's in the disclaimer box down below. Everything else is in the disclaimer box down below. If you want a personal reading, contact me in the email down below. Keep in mind, I do work a 12-hour shift at the hospital. I am a frontline worker, so it does take me a time to get back at you. Last but not least, I am running a special tomorrow, which is Sunday. $10 special, 3 questions. Email me, and then I'll get back at you. Also, I'm doing a Halloween video for those of you that want your selfie picture to be featured in the video. Email it to me. You have until the 29th, okay? I'm going to make an awesome Halloween video for y'all. You can wear your costumes, face paint, or just your pretty little face, it doesn't matter, but make sure it's a selfie and it's showing you from the waist up. I don't want anything vulgar or, ridiculous, okay? Whew. So let's get started with reading. I asked about his current energy, and I wanted to know his whereabouts and stuff like that. So I did ask about that first, and here we got the Knight of Wands. This is the card of the player. And sorry, y'all, if I get too close to the mic, it sometimes echoes or has a ringing noise, so I'll try not to do that. This is the Knight of Wands. This is when someone rushes in, but this also has other meanings. This is the card of the player, okay? I am seeing the number 3 here because this also means journey, a quick journey or a quick trip. I feel like this journey for him is going to last about 3 months and then it's going to come to an end, okay? This represents quick journeys, quick trips. So I'm seeing the number 3 here, and I'm seeing that most likely maybe within 3 months he will be caught or something will happen. I don't feel like he might turn himself in, but I really don't feel like that. I feel like he's going to trip up, mess up or something like that because he's running out of money. And I do, like I said in my last video, I do feel like he's a little ill. Of course he is because he hasn't been taking care of himself. There's no way he can. He's probably dirty and he stinks. And he's not eating right because he's probably eating whatever he can find. He's trying to make his money last if he has anything left. He might not have anything left. Y'all, I forgot to show you my new cup. This is a different one. Says Magic Potion. I got it at Michael's. It's a glass. The other ones were plastic. This one's glass. And I'm just drinking water because I'm dehydrated. Yeah. So I'm kind of looking at it could be 3 months to 3 years, but I'm seeing more 3 months than 3 years because I feel like he's at a state now that he's getting a little bit desperate. He will resort to stealing when he runs out of money because there's no one to help him. No one's going to help him anymore. I think he had a couple of people, a male and a female, helping him at first, but I don't see that anymore in the cards. I do see, like, when he finally runs out of money and stuff, he'll just steal. And that's when he's going to get caught. Something like that. Maybe something like that's what's going to happen. I do feel like he feels the pressure now. This is the problem, that they can't find him because he doesn't stay still. Okay, he moves around a lot because, he tries to throw his scent off. But he has the advantage right now because he's watching the news. He does have a phone. He is able to watch everything. And this is the problem with social media. They post everything. Dog the bounty hunter's posting every 5 minutes. Well, I'm over here, I'm over there. Well, if he knows that you're going there, he's gonna run. That's why I said quit posting so much stuff. Take him with the element of surprise. Y'all, the news posts everything. Well, he's there. They're going over here. They're going over there to look for him. Well, yeah, if he's watching that, he's gonna run. He's gonna take off running. Okay, and that's their mistake. All right. So this is the card of the Nine of Wands. This is when someone's very, very defensive, and that's his mode right now. Very defensive. I'm sorry, y'all. If I'm yawning, I'm tired. I was at the festival today, and I'm going to post a video about that after a while. He is protecting himself, and this is what the man is here. He feels beat up, like life has beat him up. This is what this represents here. You see the bandage on the man's head, and look at how he's looking. He's looking around, making sure the enemy is not going to attack him. A lot of wands here coming at him. So this is more like him protecting himself, and he's in deep, 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 deep thought, because here is the blue representing deep thought. So he is in deep thought about everything. He actually has no peace of mind, and that's no way to live, and he knows that. He's like beginning to think that in his mind. That's what I'm saying. He might turn himself in, but big chance no. But I kind of see that as well. He's getting tired of living this way. He's hiding out. I feel like he scrunches up in bushes and, maybe inside of a tree or in the base of the tree, or just places like that in the ground. And he's really getting tired of that. He's dirty. I'm hearing that he's really, really dirty. He can't take a bath or anything. He smells. And he's very, very defensive. He's on the lookout constantly. Here we have, again, him looking off to the side. So he's looking over his shoulder, looking off. Look at how worried that face is. So that's how he is right now. He just keeps looking over his shoulder, wondering, if they're going to sneak attack him, what's coming up next. Here we have the Fool. This is someone that, and this is how he actually feels about himself. He's been doing a lot of thinking about the past, how he was led to this, where he's at now. How did I get here? He's referring to himself as the Fool. I'm seeing in his mind he's referring to himself as a fool. He packed his little bag, went off on a journey, and this is his life. This is according to his life, not what's currently happening right now. But how did he end up that way? How did he fall off the cliff because he wasn't paying attention? Here's a fool walking, going on his little journey, got his bags packed, but he's looking up. He's not looking down, so he's about to fall off the cliff. Okay, so I'm feeling that this is how he feels like he feels like the fool. He feels like he's made huge mistakes, and how did he end up this way? But he can't change him now. It's too late, So that goes on and on in his mind constantly. How did he get there? How did his life take such a turn so quickly? Okay, so next we have the 5, 6, 7, 8 of Swords. This is the card of fear, and also it's the card of prison. So I am seeing he's in that state of mind as well. He's very, very, very afraid, very, very fearful that he's going to go to prison. And he's created his own self-imprisonment, because that's what this also represents. The hands are tied here, blindfolded, can't see his future. So he is, I am seeing there is water around him. There's water around him wherever he's at. There's water, a lake, a pool, or something. He's in an area where there's water. Close by or something like that. But he's created this his own self-imprisonment. He stays in his mind about this. Of course he does. He's off in the wilderness by himself. So, he's very afraid of going to prison, and this does represent prison. This does represent you are going to prison. So I do see him when they catch him, if they catch him, because I still feel like he's very suicidal, that he will go to prison. Okay, so the next one we have the Page of Swords. This is third-party spying. Now, this is all the gossip on the internet. But I also see that he's watching too. And I feel like this representing him as well. And because he's very angry, ready to strike. See, you see the man's face is very red and angry. He's carrying the sword like he's ready to strike. So I see that this is how he is, his current energy. He's like, I'm watching everything. If they come up on me, I'm just gonna strike. I don't feel like he has a weapon, like a gun or anything like that, but I do feel like he has something to protect himself with, maybe a stick, a bat, or something to that effect. Or he thinks of ways of how he's gonna protect himself as they come up on him. He's gonna fight back. I do see him fighting back a little bit, because he's not crazy either. He knows he'll get shot or tased, and he doesn't want that as well. Now, here we have the Five of Swords. I did ask if he was remorseful or regretful, and I got the Five of Cups here. This is someone that's very, very sorry. They're hanging their head, standing here, looking at the 3 cups that spilt. So this is his life here. This is what he lost. He lost Gabby, his life, and his parents, and everything. This represents everything that he lost, and the man standing here crying, looking down at the cups. So I do feel like he's in that energy as well. If he was remorseful, I do see that he's remorseful. I do see that he's sorry, but it's too late now. He can't go backwards. He can turn himself in and apologize. That would be step number 1, but I don't see him doing that at all. I do see that when he does get caught and they bring him to court, I do see that he will tell the truth then. He will tell what happened. But it's not going to be until then. He's not going to just tell it right now. No. He's going to try to defend himself as much as possible. But he is very, very sorrowful, very sad for what has lost. He didn't want her to pass away. I do feel like, again, this was an accident. He didn't set out to do this to her. It wasn't a master plan. He's not a serial killer or anything like that. This happened because of his negligence and his abuse and how he treated her, how he handled her. So, this was what came about it, because he didn't, act right. When things went wrong, he wouldn't act right. So it led to her demise. Okay, but I do see he's very, very sorrowful, because this is the cup of being sorry when you lose something, very sorrowful. Okay, so for the next one, we have the Hierophant. This is in the reverse. I do see that, because in the upright, that means confirmation. Yes, confirmation. So I did ask if he would be caught. And when you get the lure of confirmation, it means yes. Okay, yes, they will catch him, but it was in the reverse. In the reverse, this means something totally different than what most people would think it means. This means when someone believes in holistic medication, or they're the type of person that just goes off to the beat of their own drum, which is him. This is exactly what he does. Or voodoo. In his case, there's no voodoo here, but I do see that he sees himself as someone that goes by the beat of their own drum. And again, there will be justice. I see justice coming. Here we have the, hold on. Here we have the 6 of Cups. So this represents childhood memories. He is in his mind about this. He thinks often. Not. He has plenty of time to think, okay, because he's by himself and he's not doing anything. So, excuse me. So he has plenty of time to think about the past. And, he goes there a lot in his mind. He goes to the past when he's sitting around, just sitting, resting, or whatever he's doing. Or at night, he goes back in his mind. Because, see, here's the blue. That's when you're back in your mind. And this represents the past. Here's the child giving the flowers to the little girl. So he is thinking about, sorry, y'all, my voice is getting cranky. I've been talking all day. So he is thinking about Gabby, about when they first met, how much he did love her, because I do feel like they did love each other. They just have extreme problems, and they just didn't get along, and they had terrible energy together. But he goes back in his mind when he's sitting there at night alone, thinking about the past, how he first met her, how he loved her. But this also represents family and friends. He's missing his parents a lot, his friends and everybody. So he's reminiscing in his mind about that, thinking about that, wishing for better days, or wishing for these days to come back. All right. So that's his current status. That's how he is right now. Sorry, keep moving stuff around. I'm losing my voice, y'all. So this is the 10 of Swords. Hold on. I'm not going to get my voice back, y'all. It's gone. I've been talking all day. This is the 10 of Swords. I did ask for the final outcome, and here we got this again. This is the third time I've gotten this for him. So this is the final outcome. The way you were living is over. It's never going to come back. It's in. There's an ending here. And what is the ending? Well, his life. And this does represent jail. He will be going to jail if he doesn't commit suicide, because we also see a man that's deceased here. Okay, so this could mean that. This could mean death as well, y'all. So it's either or for him. So much depression. He isn't much depression. Blue, a lot of deep thought. And you see that yellow is far away. That's when a brand new day is coming in. Well, there is no brand new day for him because it's very far away. And he's not going to reach that anytime soon. This card represents when the karmic debt has been paid. And I do feel like I'm going to say between the both of them, karmic debt has been paid, meaning they weren't supposed to be together. This wasn't something that was supposed to last, because they had a karmic relationship, and whenever something's karmic, it ends like that. And since they didn't end it, it ended up ending itself in tragedy. Because the universe will keep coming back around, trying to close things out. If you don't close them out, they usually end in tragedy. Okay, so you have to learn to recognize, what the universe is saying to you. Do you want me to leave this relationship before something bad happens? Do you want me to stay? It's hard to do, but you can listen to the universe that way if you meditate. All right. So that's what this is. This is the end of a karmic cycle. The life he once known, the former life he once known, is gone. It's over. It's dead and buried, and is no more. So this is his fate here. The only thing I can say that is, again, because I said this in the last time, if he asks for forgiveness, and he's truly sorry in his heart, very remorseful, regretful, of course our Father in heaven will forgive him, because God forgives any sin. There's a scripture that says that it forgives any sin. The only sin he doesn't commit is blasphemy, and that's when you speak against him. I've read that he forgives even the most hardened criminals that are in prison. If you give your life to Jesus, no matter what you've done, God will forgive you. And people, it's not too late. It's not too late. I urge you, if you don't have a personal relationship with God, form one with him. Okay, because we're living in our last days. We're in the beginning of the new world order. If you haven't seen my videos on that, please go watch them. Go into my playlist and just look at where it says New World Order, and there's 2 of them. Go look at those as well. But it's not too late. If you're a non-believer, go get baptized. It's not too late for that. Just go to any church. They'll baptize you. Even the Catholics do. Okay, so go get baptized. Ask for forgiveness of your sins, and be truly sorry in your heart. Don't just do it because if you think, okay, I'm going to ask for forgiveness, I'll go to heaven. No, it doesn't work that way. You have to really be sorry in your heart for your sins, and then walk the walk that Jesus wants you to walk. Well, how do you do that? Well, then that's when prayer comes in. You pray and you ask him to guide you. I do that every single day of my life. I ask him to guide me, guide my steps of which direction he wants me to go, because we live in this earth with the enemy, and the enemy is ready to strike, and he strikes, any chance that he gets, he will come in. You can't let the enemy come in. Who's the enemy? The enemy's Satan. Okay, you can't let him come into your life like that. He uses people in many different ways, and you can't let him do that. So, you're God's soldier. Okay, you're one of God's soldiers. Fight back with prayer. Prayer is the most powerful thing on this earth. You can fight back with prayer, and God will guide you that way. And he guides me every single day, and he protects me. He protects my home, everything, my belongings, and my family, and everything. And he always provides for me. I wear God's crown. No matter what anybody says about this tarot, I wear God's crown. I have a personal relationship with him, and I wear his crown. I'm going to use the gift that he gave me to bring truth, and that's what I'm doing here, just to bring truth. I'm not doing it to do evil things or anything like that, because I love God, and I want to go to heaven when I die, and I wear his crown every day. And that's what you need to do now. I urge you to do that. All right, y'all, I'm going to end it here. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Tell your friends about me. Every single one of you, tell your friends about me. Let them know about my channel. Have them watch it, subscribe. To build up my channel, I need it for it to come up some. And watch those videos. You know, whenever you have time, watch them. You know, that's the only way I get paid is if you watch them. All right. So, yeah, I love you guys. Also, if you want, again, I'm doing a Halloween video. If you want to be in it, and I hope all of you do, send me your selfies in your costumes with face paint or however you want to do it. I need your name because in the video, as your name comes up, as the picture comes up, I want to put your first name. All right. And, yeah, you don't have to put your last name, but I want your name. And we'll go from there, all right? Thanks for watching, y'all, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.